Welcome to Licia TV. So today I'm getting a little bit personal because I've been crying all over the place about what's happening in general to Africans out here in China. That's something that's very disheartening, and I have not really been feeling okay with it. And now my own people are not even showing concern. So what should I say? The Liberian Embassy in China, Beijing, sleeps on its citizens in Guangzhou. With all that is going on, we see other countries' consulates trying to talk for their people. We had the Nigerian consulate the other day talking for his citizens, even making sure that they get water and food to eat and drink. Our people are so laying back, they are not even concerned. So this has caused a lot of grievances amongst the Liberians. So we decided to create a group chat where people can go and talk about the situations that you are in. They created this group chat and added one diplomat from the embassy, a lady called Sis Musu. She's on the group chat, but interestingly, with all of the grievances people are expressing, she's not even saying one word. Let's listen to this one.
The most annoying thing, we have a representative from the Liberian Embassy on this chat who claims she sees every information that we are posting, but refuse to address our grievances, just remain mute. It's very annoying, and they say they are working. You're working. What are you doing? What is the update? Give us something. Give us some information. Now she is directing the student to go to their student leader. This is a boy who living right beside us here, who is complaining of his condition, and you are referring to a student leader. Who is the student leader? Where is the student leader? Is the student leader in Guangzhou? Is he getting extra treatment? Is he outside? We want to know. He's a Liberian. That's why we are concerned. He haven't eaten for 2 days, and you are telling him to call a student leader or a student leader. So is the student leader above the embassy? That means we shouldn't disturb the embassy. We shouldn't call the embassy in case of problem. We that are complaining here, we are citizens. We did not commit any crime. So why is the embassy avoiding to communicate with us directly? What is the hidden agenda? What happened? You guys tell her, if there's nothing you can do, it's simple. Silent me concern. We will understand that you are helpless in this situation. It's very simple. We won't bother you. But if you want to be on the group chat, if you cannot respond to our need, and you cannot even get any update as to the embassy position on this situation, then there's no need to be on the group chat with you, be chatting. Because we are sending information, and you just see the information, you admit that you've seen the information, but you got nothing to say. If you got nothing to say, then there's nothing. We have to discuss with you. Why should we be telling you about our condition, our situation, when you are helpless, you cannot do anything? So says Muhammad, I'm saying this directly to you. So we have understand that you said the student should go to their student leader. They will handle the situation. But we are just asking, the student leader exempted from this quarantine? Are they exempted? Student leader receiving extra treatment? We just want to know. Name the student leader, so maybe we can. Other students here, they are stranded, so we can direct them to the student leader that who is already helping other students. So at least we can know. Please.
You heard this for yourself. During these times, just a little word of hope means everything. Now, if people come to you with their grievances, they tell you something that's hurting them because they feel that you are the authority and you can be able to solve these things that are coming to you for, then you send them to student union. Student union is also being quarantined right now. They don't even have a voice. Then you say they should go to student union only because you want a protocol for student union to finish and then pass it on to student leader, then student leader take it to ambassador. Do you know what all happens within that time? Do you know somebody could die within that time? This boy they are talking about, he posted on the group chat that 2 days he has not eaten yet. He was taken out of his previous hotel and taken to another hotel. He's a student. During the Chinese New Year, he got caught up here. He came, people go on vacation during that time. So he came to buy something and he got stranded. He couldn't go back to his city when the lockdown occurred. So he basically has nothing. His brothers and sisters here have been helping him. His Liberian brothers been helping him. Now he's in this situation. This is the first time for him to even come up. He says that 2 days he has not eaten yet. Bam bam, there was silence. Nobody could say anything. So I sent the number to him. I'm like, oh, this number was posted that if you have any problem, you should call the embassy. This number belongs to a diplomat at the embassy, and they will help you out. That's when I started to hear all these other stories that they've been calling the embassy, and the embassy hasn't done anything. I'm like, really? Can you give me some vocal? I need evidences to be able to talk about this particular thing. So can you? And it didn't end there. I even went on the group chat that was created also and voiced out my opinion on the situation. They are right here in Beijing. I mean, this is something that's very important. I think it's like 2 hours or so. You can get on that plane and come to Guangzhou. It's not like there's no plane available. Planes are there. Even if you are quarantined. Even if you are quarantined, it's only 14 days. After 14 days, you can get out and you still look after your citizens. You locate your citizens and tell the authorities that you are a diplomat and you are in Guangzhou to run after the welfare of your citizens. First, they said if you have any situation, record it, videotape it or whatever, the audio and everything, and send the proof to the embassy. People did that. But guess what? There was nothing done. And I'm saying this because of the evidences that I have. Guess what? There was a student who on Friday, he had a situation. So he called the embassy to tell the embassy about what was going on. The man he talked to, the diplomat, passed him over to another lady. Said she's the student leader. And after he explained to that lady, the lady passed him over to another contact saying it's the student union president or whatever, leader also. So you see that from the diplomat to another lady who is student leader to another student union body or so. What is that? This is a case of emergency. If your citizens are calling on you, why are you carrying them through protocols? And guess what? That's not all. So when it reaches down to that person again will go and call the same person who just made a call, which is the student leader, and then the student leader will bring it back to the diplomat before it's being handled. Like, what is that? Now, listen to this conversation.
I did call the embassy on Saturday morning because I got a problem on Friday. So Saturday morning I called the embassy to inform them about what was going on. And then a guy from the embassy gave me another little number saying she's the one who is responsible for students' affairs from the embassy. And I called her to explain those things to her. She said I should call the student leader, the president of this Liberian Student Union. And then I called the president of the Liberian Student Union. The president of the Liberian Student Union called her and explained all what I said to her. And then she called me. And then we talked. Where we in that time, somebody called my girlfriend, and then she put the police called my girlfriend, and then she put the phone on speaker. And that lady was listening to everything that the police were asking us. And she got angry for some of the questions that even been asked by the police. But here's the thing, since then, and when the whole thing started, we even bring to the hotel whatsoever, I was in communication with someone from the embassy that I know worked directly to the embassy. Since then, nobody have called me from the embassy to tell me what have been discussed, what was the plan for us, nothing like that.
They don't care.
So we just on our own here. Everything that happened to us, we are here protecting ourselves because I can say for free we cannot depend on those people because if just for God's sake, everything I've been said to them and I've been on the phone from the time the whole thing started when they came for me to my house before coming to the hotel. I was on the phone with them. On Monday they said it was the weekend. Monday they were going to get to the embassy and discuss. On Monday I didn't have to call again. I called, they said they're going to call the police station to my community, blah, blah, blah. Since from Monday to today, Wednesday, I haven't received call from nobody. Nobody ever coming to ask me how I'm coming on, how they treating me here, how my condition in this place, whether we eating good or what, nothing like that. So it's very disappointing and frustrating to have an embassy.
It is frustrating to say you have an embassy that doesn't even care for its citizens. This same guy said when he called the person at the embassy, he's like he doesn't want to, give out the person's name. And that's something that's going to kill us, because a lot of the times we had the names of people who we're supposed to put their names out there, because the more you had those kind of people's names, the more these things go on. But if you say their names, they will be apprehended for what is going on, and we will have a change. But because we protect them, we don't say their names, so they still do the same thing. Okay, this is what he said. He told him to put on resistance, to not go, to not follow the Chinese. And you are sitting in your comfort in Beijing. Then you're telling somebody who's going through something that when the authority tell you anything, you shouldn't do it. Listen to this.
Exactly. How you, a diplomat, will tell the students say you must retaliate when they tell you to leave. You shouldn't leave. You shouldn't leave with the people. The embassy didn't hear about what's going on in Guangzhou to contact her citizens to know, to find out if they are involved. That should be the embassy's duty in the first place.
Nothing like that. Everything has been solid and been done by ourselves.
Now read this one. We are locked up without food or water in our various homes. Some are taken to hotels. I have been in my room since Friday. So you see that? And you can take your time and read this next one. But now, let's listen to another audio from another brother.
Let we tell these people what is right and what is not right. You understand? You understand? Call white and call black. These people, you understand, you say you work for embassy. You don't work for yourself. They should learn the first thing that when they say you are working for an embassy of a country, that is not your property. It's not something that your father or your mother left for you. You are rendering your service to a whole country. Your people are being maltreated. You cannot, the simple thing to just come and represent your people, you can't do it. So what are you representing? Are you representing yourself? You cannot defend me. It should be more than this. You don't have feeling for your people, your own people you represent. You don't have feeling for them. It's not about you coming here and stay here and riding fence or flashing car, and then you cannot defend your people. Tell these people what they should learn and what they should know. Most of these people who work in our public offices, they don't know what these offices stand for, and they don't even know the essence of their job. These are some of the things we should tell them for them to know. And for post people, that we are going to escalate this thing to the higher level for people to know that they are not in the interest of the country. They should do their work. When your citizens are being maltreated and being taken advantage of, that is the time your work come in for you to represent them. That's what you are sent here for. Maybe some of these people don't know their job, and they should pack some of their luggage and go back. They sit in their comfort now, and they will laugh and say, oh, forget about them, they just lead them how they can do. And they are the same people who make this even worse for people than us.
Exactly. Just as he said, right now they might be in a little group listening to all of these things that are being said on this group chat. They are in their little caucus, listening and laughing. They be like, oh, they're just talking right now. Let lead them. After some time, it will go down. Liberian people now will come before you make up your mouth. Shh, it going down. But we have to put it out there. And me, this is my duty. This is my job that I'm doing. I will put the truth out there. What's supposed to be out there will go out there. Y'all need to do your jobs. We can't be here crying on Chinese, treating us somehow, and then you, who we are to be looking up to, you treating us anyhow also. No. Maybe there hasn't been people to stand up for their rights or to talk about what they are entitled to. But this is a new generation. This is a different generation. You are here for us, because of us. So if there's any situation that your citizens are faced with, you need to wake up and go and run after it. That's why you are here. I already thought that embassies, their major concern, their priority Their mention should be about their citizens in any given country. I think that's why the embassy is there for, to offer security to its citizens. So if in times like these, we cannot have this kind of security, where are we headed? It's so frustrating. So you see what's going on here? Why do we have these people here? Can somebody tell me again? Why do we have them? If your people are crying for food and you say you cannot travel from Beijing to come here to Guangzhou, why can't you organize something like funds or so? Find out who the Chinese here that you can get in contact with to be able to send funds to that person that will buy these people the food that they want and carry to them, because they are afraid to eat the food that the Chinese are giving them. Some of them have eaten it, and that's a reaction that they are getting from it. Like, I know my friend, I talked to her and she was like, she doesn't feel okay inside, she feels sick. So she said she's not eating the food anymore. She's not eating the food, but she cannot get her own food to eat. All of these things are happening. This video is just like a part 1, because if we don't see progressions, if we don't see the right treatments being taken, we're coming back again. We have to keep talking until there's some improvement. We have to, and we need to do that. It's about time we wake up and do the right thing.
Just the other day, I was told that they were looking for somebody to go and defend them. The embassy was looking for somebody to go and defend them on Facebook because of something that came up, and they will offer that person a visa. How can you do that? If you're not doing the right job, you think somebody will go and stand up for you?
You cannot be here and be sleeping on your citizens, because they said, teach me how to treat you. You teach me how to treat you. The thing they see you doing to yourself, the way you embrace yourself, the way you treat yourself is the same way another person will treat you. So if you're the Liberian, you cannot stand up for your citizens. Definitely, Chinese don't even care. They don't even care. They will do anything because they know you don't have a representative, you don't have a voice, you don't have anyone to stand up for you. Y'all, please do the right thing.